And now it's time for our final piece of this media literacy jigsaw puzzle. We have come up with 5 to 10 problems. We've come up with 5 to 10 solutions. Now, what you need to do is turn that into a comprehensive plan. So, there's more to a plan than just having a solution, right? What we need to do is take all of that information that we've gathered and turn this into what we would consider our plan to fight disinformation and misinformation. Consider it our fake news combat plan, in essence. I would like the plan to be about 10 steps. So, what you want to do is you can either put this on a doc or you could do this in Google Slides if you have that capability. You could write it out by hand. All of those things are perfectly fine. But what you're attempting to do is create a comprehensive plan. Think about this as if you were writing to a state governor or a senator or even the president of the United States. And you want to make this as easy to follow as possible. You want to lay out in 10 steps how you believe America can solve this issue of fake information, fake news, disinformation, misinformation, whatever you come up with. You want to find a way to solve this issue. And you have all the information right now, right? You've come up with the problems, you've come up with solutions to each problem. Now you need to put that into a way that is easily digestible for a senator or a congressman or someone that does not have maybe the specific background that we've discussed over the last week. What you want to do is create a plan that someone with no real kind of sense of media literacy could read through and understand how that would solve this issue they may be completely unaware of or may not even see as an issue at all. So, my suggestion is you begin step one is explaining the issue, right? Step one is simply identifying the problem, right? So maybe you have a little introductory paragraph about the issue, identify that problem. You can call that step one. And from there, you want to show your step by step solutions. Maybe, and think about it on a timeline basis, right? How would we put this over time? Maybe your step one is starting with governmental control. Maybe you say the government needs to regulate this. Maybe that's one of your solutions. And so that would be your first step. Or maybe you think the first step is just informing the public. So maybe the media literacy lessons or something like that, requiring those at a state level and requiring them from an early age is something that you put in as step one. But really think about the process of those steps. What's the most important thing to what is that last and final step that is going to eradicate this issue, or at least in your view, would eradicate this issue? Hopefully, by the end of those 10 steps, you've been able to walk someone through how we are going to, if not eliminate the fake information, at least quell it to the point that we don't end up on those darkest timelines that we've kind of discussed in the past. So this is the final step of this. This might take a little bit of time, which is why this lecture portion here is a little bit shorter than it has been. But hopefully this is really allowing you to kind of combine a lot of different things we've talked about. Really taking in that information from several different lessons and turning this into a final project in a sense. And this is really kind of what everything leads to in the real world, right? You get all this information, and then it's your job to turn that information into this product. Almost no matter what you do. Now, even if you're working at McDonald's, right? If that's your role, you're fulfilling a role. The end product is all the consumer sees. They don't really care about your specific role in that process. So what you're doing here is the end product, right? You're taking all those pieces we've been putting together, you're putting it into an end product that you would be able to distribute to someone and hopefully get some kind of response. You don't have to do this final step. I would love it if you did. I think it would be amazing is to take your plan that you've created and send that to a state senator, a governor, or even someone local, a mayor, a city council member, someone that you could send this to. I will leave links in the PDF that goes along with this video of things that you can do, people you could send this to, right? This is a problem, hopefully, at this point, you feel is an issue that should be addressed. And you've now come up with a comprehensive plan of how maybe they could combat it. And I think it would be a really interesting way. Maybe they'll respond, maybe they won't. Who knows? They get lots of emails, and I'm sure at this moment they are dealing with a bit of a crisis themselves. So it may take a while for them to respond. They may not respond at all, but who knows? Maybe you could be that voice of change, that impetus, that impact that we're always hoping for, right? And maybe they do think that, wow, all these kids are thinking about this. This is something we should address. And even if they don't adopt your entire 10-step plan, maybe they take parts of it or take pieces of it. So that will wrap up our media literacy lessons, and we will kind of continue on through these next couple of weeks and come up with some more things that will help you continue to learn about social and online